Welcome to Fitness by Design. This is the podcast for high-performing corporate men who are tired of feeling stuck in a body that does not match the life that they have built. I am Coach Spencer, and I used to be 40 pounds overweight, crushing beers after long days in the office, and just pretending everything was fine, until my body finally shut down and forced me to rebuild everything. Now I help guys just like you design a system that works with your career, not against it. Because your health should not compete with your success, it should fuel it. Let's get into today's episode. Welcome back to Fitness by Design. I'm your host, Coach Spencer, and today, in the words of Miley Cyrus, I'm coming in like a fucking wrecking ball. Now listen, you have built a six-figure career, you lead your team, you provide for your family. But if you're truly a leader, why doesn't your body show that? Why do you keep sucking in to button up your dress shirts? Why do your kids keep asking why you're too tired to play with them? This isn't about shame, it's about alignment. And today we are going to talk about why high performers just like you keep falling off and what it really takes to stop starting over. So if you've ever said to yourself, I just need to be more consistent, I need to try harder, I need to lock in again, man, you're lying to yourself. It's not that you're lazy, it's not that you're running a complex life without a system, and that's the real reason that you keep falling off. It's not because you don't want it, it's not because you don't know what to do, but because you have zero infrastructure to actually catch you when life ramps up. Whether it's work travel, whether it's your deadlines right before a quarter closes, whether it's sick kids at home, whether it's some fire drill of, oh shit, we just got this proposal that's due on Friday and today is Wednesday. Every single time that life hits you, your plan completely collapses underneath you because it was never actually built to survive for you in the first place. And deep down, you know that. Because if you could have solved this on your own by now, you friggin' would have. Now here's the punchline for you. You're the guy that solves billion-dollar problems before 10 a.m., but you can't figure out how the fuck to stop crushing a sleeve of Oreos every night after work? If that's not the biggest red flag of misalignment for you, I don't know what is, and frankly, why you're even still listening to this episode. Because let's talk about identity for a second. You lead at work, you lead at home. But leadership is more than job titles. Leadership is more than the number of zeros and commas in your bank account. It's more than checking your team's messages at 10 p.m. before you go to bed. Leadership is how you show up when no one else is watching you. If your health was one of your direct reports, would you have fired yourself by now? Probably. Think about it. Are you leading by example with your habits? Or are you just coasting on your past wins? Because your kids, they watch everything. They're going to see you putting in the reps. They're going to see you prioritizing your health. They're going to see you walk into a room with confidence and getting on the floor and playing with them. Or they're going to see you scrolling on Instagram with some random Netflix show on in the background that you're not even watching, shoveling a half a bag of Doritos into your mouth while they're sitting on the floor wondering why you're not playing with them. Now, it's not judgment, man. This is just straight up real life. They see that shit. And it's the version of you that they're going to start to model unless you start to change it. Because right now, every single day that you put this off, you're not just missing workouts, you're sending a direct message to the world. I don't prioritize myself. I will fix it later. This is just how life is. You wouldn't tolerate that mindset from anybody at work. So why in God's name are you living by it? Now, here's what no one is going to tell you. You don't need more time or more willpower, or another goddamn app telling you how many calories to eat. You need to close the gap between who you are and the man that you are supposed to be. The man with a job title, the man who makes those six figures, the man who gets things done. But when you catch your reflection on that Teams call, that's not who you see. When you try to keep up with your kids at the park, that's not who you see. And when you peel off your shirt and glance in the mirror before jumping in the shower or going to bed, it's not who you see. And that disconnect, it starts to eat at you every single day. The moment you fix it though, everything changes for you. Your presence, your power, even your peace. This week, I'm opening just 3 new client spots inside of the Engineered Fitness Blueprint. And if you want to step into this, you can expect to drop 15 to 20 pounds in the first 90 days working with me. You're not going to cut out carbs. You're not going to track every fucking calorie here. And you sure as shit are not going to miss out on date night and having a beer with the boys. You're going to be able to start to beat your kids in basketball and football again, getting up and off the floor, having fun, playing with them without feeling like you can't breathe for 20 minutes after. You're going to start walking back into meetings with that presence, that power, that confidence, because your resume isn't the thing holding it up anymore. And you're going to step out of the shower every single day, and your wife is literally going to look at you and go, damn. And suddenly, you remember what it feels like to walk into a room like you actually own it again. This isn't about the gym. This is about taking your identity back. And if you're one of the first 2 guys to commit, I'm going to buy you a $400 comprehensive lab panel completely free because I trust this process and I know that when we have that data, we can get you even better results than just 20 pounds. Because when we do this, we do it right. So let me ask you, what happens if you don't move? If you just scroll past this episode, 90 days from now, you're still hiding behind that quarter zip in your meetings. You're still avoiding the mirror out of the shower. You just keep saying, oh, after the next deadline. You already know what that path looks like. You've been living it for the last decade plus. But if you decide right here, right now, that you want to step in and change that, this version of you, that one with presence, clarity, and power, becomes a reality. So you can either DM me the word design on Instagram, and I'll show you exactly how we make this happen, or we can skip the back and forth, and you can just click the link in the show notes and apply to work with me today. Because you're already a leader on paper, and now it's time to start feeling and looking like one. This is Fitness by Design. I'll see you next week. And until then, keep building.